Good morning once again, dear friends. In continuation with the first video we have seen, we are continuing here to implement the concepts that we have learned. So the picture you see here, this is PC1, this is PC2, and we have a router 1 and then we have a router 2. And the total, so from 190 to 168 1.0, we have seen in our previous video that we could create 8 subnetworks. Okay, so as a sample, we will try to look at this picture where we are going to use 3 subnetworks, right? That is actually the 32 to 63, 32 to 63 range, and 64 to 95 range, and 96 to 127 range, right? These are the 3 networks we have here. Okay, so these 3 networks are going to be interconnected using this router. So we need 2 concepts here. Number 1, we have to configure the machines. You can have a switch in between, there is no problem, because since switch is a plug and play device, you don't have to do any IP configuration on the interfaces. So we are worried only currently about configuring the routers which will handle the inter-domain communication. That means now we have a network 192.168.1.32, and also we have a network 192.168.1.96, and we also have a network 192.168.1.64, right? So if PC1 has to communicate with PC2, it has to go through the 192.168.1.64 network, and it has to reach the 192.168.1.96 network. Now this IP address is for the PC, and this IP address is also for the PC, right? These are the IP addresses that are going to be assigned on the left and right hand side of the router. Router has 2 interface cards, right? So the left hand side we are going to configure the interface with 1.33, and here on the right hand side the second interface will have the IP address 1.65, and here this router 2's interface, one interface will have 1.66, the other interface will have 1.97, right? And the PCs will be configured with this IP address, right? So keep this picture in mind, and then we will go to Packet Tracer and then try to implement this one, where we will be learning one more concept called routing, right? So simply configuring these IP addresses on the routers and the machines will not allow the network to communicate between each other. So we will go and learn one more additional concept called static routing, which we will be using. There is also what is known as dynamic routing, right? But for the purpose of initial learning, we will use the static routing, and then we will see how the end devices communicate with each other using the subnet concept. So we are in Packet Tracer. This version is 6.1.0.0.0120. You may use any version, actually, there is no restrictions. Straight away, this doesn't require any login credentials, so I am using this one. So let us actually arrange the router and PCs like this. By the way, you may have to interconnect a switch in between. Just for the simplicity purpose, I am not using the switch in between the router and the PC, right? But simply you can insert a switch here without any configuration in between them, and then everything is just the same. So dear friends, actually, as I told you, we have inserted a switch in between the PC switch and then the router switch and then the PC. The IP address allocation is already done for the PCs and also for the routers. As I told you, I can show you how to configure this IP address, but it is actually at a much lower level. So I am straight away going to just show you how to interconnect these devices after you assign the IP address to these interfaces. Each interface is seen directly here, right? So if you see here, after I assign the IP address, I can just try communicating them from here, from PC1 to the router. It is successful. I have seen the communication is successful. Now let us see this one more clearly. Now the communication from the PC1 to the router is also successful. So from here to here and here to here the communication is successful. Now let us see whether we are able to communicate from here up to here. So the communication between the routers is not taking place. Why? Because this router knows this interface and all these interfaces it knows, isn't it? And this router knows this interface and also other interfaces below this. It knows, right? But it does not know the other side of the router. Okay, so we may have to do a work what we call it as routing. Okay, so once we are able to do that one, then we are going to complete this subnet communication. So before that, the network here that are used, 3 networks we are using. As I told you, from the 192.168.1.0/27, we can create up to 8 networks. But here we are using 3 networks in this example. And then we see that these networks are able to communicate with each other. So let me go to the router 1, right? I am going to, here the router number is router 2. So this router that is highlighted is what we are going to work with. I am going to create a static routing. What is that I have to really create in this router? See, I have to teach this router about this network, that is 192.168.1.96 network is unknown for this router. So I have to teach them about this network. So what is the network I am talking about? 192.168.1.96 is the network I want to do the routing for, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.224. And what is the next hop? The next hop is this interface, right? For this network, through this interface only it can get into this network. So that is going to be the next hop. IP address 192.168.1.66, right? So we are going to add this as a route in this router. So let me just go to the global setting and save it down. So now let us see whether they are able to communicate from here to here. It has failed. Why? Because we have done only the one-way communication. The other router doesn't know. One router knows the route, but the other router does not know. So let us go to this router and do the routing. So what is that we have to teach this router? This router has to be taught about this entire network. So let us say that network is 192.168.1.32 and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.224 and the next hop is 192.168.1.65, isn't it? This interface is 65. So we will add this one. So this network is added, and let us go to the global settings and save this configuration. So now we have done the configuration. So now we have done the task. Now let us test whether these machines are able to communicate with the other machines. Let us go to the command prompt and ping 192.168 192.168, right? So I'm going to ping this machine from 34. So there is a reply, isn't it? So let us also do the reverse pinging from here. Let us also try to ping 192.168.1.34. So that is also a reply. So we have finished our subnetting example and we have implemented that in the packet tracer. So thank you. For now we have completed our task. I will meet you with another good video soon. Thank you very much.